AITA for not being happy that my little sister is getting married? 28F. I'm not happy for my little sister. 19F. Getting married. We don't have any family left other than a distant uncle who lives across the country and couldn't care less about us. I have tried to be the best role model I could be for her since we lost our only parents so young. But I feel like I failed. My little sister met this cook at the restaurant she works at, and I don't care what he does for a living. It has nothing to do with that, but he's 39. He is 39 years old and just put a ring on my 19-year-old little sister's finger. I met him once before and I didn't realize he was that old, to be honest. He looks good for his age. But I also didn't think they would end up together, so I didn't think to press on it. She is constantly dating all these men. Probably to make up for her severe daddy issues that I also have, but we don't need to get into that. I feel terrible because my sister was so excited to tell me she's engaged. And I flipped out on her. I told her how disgusting it is that he is an old man and that she wouldn't be able to live her life the way she wants to with a guy like that. She left my house crying and won't answer me. It's been 2 weeks. AITA? Word of advice. Often when you tell someone they cannot or should not do something, they do it out of spite, especially if they are as immature as most 19-years. Ugh. What a horrible dilemma. Of course it didn't help that you flipped out. But it's understandable that you're worried for her. Could you encourage them to live together before marriage, or just tell her you think she should give it some time? That is a very worrying age gap. And I can see all kinds of potential bad results. I'm going to say NTA. You are NTA. Too large of an age gap. That is one huge red flag. YTA for what you said to her. NTA for your concern. 1. Apologize to her. Tell her you were way out of line and that you won't do it again. And don't do it again. 2. Explain to her that you are having a hard time watching her grow up and that part of your protector brain freaked out. That you will keep it under control. 3. Tell her that you love her more than anything and you want the best for her. Tell her that you're proud of her and know she is smart and makes good decisions. Say this even if you don't believe her. 4. Tell her that you love her unconditionally and you will support her in whatever she does. That you will not judge her and that you will always be there for her. 5. Ask how you can support her right now and how can you make it up to her. Tell her you want to be in her life and you will do better stepping back. Offer to have the two of you go to therapy to work on relating to each other better. 6. Listen to what she says. Treat her like you respect her opinions and thoughts. And then do those things. If the guy is a creep trying to isolate her, fingers crossed he's not. Them you being accepting and loving will make it harder for him to convince her to push you away. You need to be there for her even if it kills you inside. She's lucky to have you. You clearly love her loads. I'm sorry you're in this situation. But you can do this. Best of luck. INTA. She is still, for all intents and purposes, still a teen. She should not be getting married at all. Much less to a man 20 years older than her. I'd say that she is desperately seeking stability, but this man sounds incredibly predatory based on the age gap alone. NTA. Perhaps you could have worded it nicer. But this is a very sad situation. It sounds like your sister views her worth through having a partner. Please stand by if she reaches out to you for help down the line. NTA. He is literally more than twice her age. The power dynamic is strongly slanted in his favor. Maybe you could convince her not to marry him until she is 22 and to use the next few years to go to college so she can have a better paying job in the future, and to allow her to work part-time to save money for her future. Since he is not in a position to support her, Maybe you could also have a talk with him saying he needs to wait until she is 22. And to have a house and be able to support her before you will give your blessing. The likelihood of him fulfilling those requirements is not great given that he is 38 and working as a cook. If you can get her to agree to delay, a lot can and will happen over the next few years that will open her eyes to the absurdity of the situation. Or maybe you could find someone who is 20 years older than you, and who looks 30 years older than you, and bring them around your sister when she says something about how much older he is. You can truthfully state the age difference is the same as between her and her BF. You know, fighting fire with fire. Sometimes issues are easier to see on others. NTA. A 39-year-old man has no business dating or marrying a 19-year-old. The man can literally be her father. No man who is a good person at 39 would consider being with a 19-year-old due to the massive difference in mindset. Hell, even 25 and 19 are bad already, let alone 39. A 39-year-old man is a grown-ass adult with a 401k. Whereas a 19-year-old is old, literally just graduated HS. Gross, and the man is 100% there for her youth and is basically a predator. I am a brother of a younger sister and I would straight up have a major issue with this and would do whatever I can to prevent this from moving forward, legally or not. NTA for trying to protect your little sister. He's over twice her age. And she's a teenager. However, you shouldn't have flipped out on her as you described. It would have been better to calmly explain all the reasons this is a bad idea. And whether she listens or not at that point is her decision. She is an adult. Now she may feel alienated from her only family and be driven further into this guy's arms, but your heart was in the right place. I think she'll forgive your reaction eventually. Oof. I agree that this is a terrible match. There's a reason this 39-year-old man wants a woman so young and naive. But you had to know that flipping out about something she was so happy about wasn't going to go well. It would have served you both much better to grit your teeth, congratulate her, and share your concerns gently the next day. You're not the asshole for not being happy. You can't be an asshole for having feelings, but YTA. Because you took those feelings and flipped out on her. NTA, she needed to hear how disturbing this situation she is putting herself into from somebody. NTA, I'm sorry you're in this situation. Obviously you shouldn't have snapped, but it happens when you're shocked. Like you said, she's filling that void and, in turn, doesn't understand the consequences this will bring. She's blind to it, and she's lucky to have you. Hopefully you'll be able to reach her and bring her to her senses. I wish you luck. You got this. Sister of the Year Heart. NTA. It's definitely unsettling for a 39-yo to be with a 19-yo. I'm 40 now and couldn't imagine myself with someone that young. Whether it's true or not, some small part of me would feel like I was taking advantage of that person and I could not live with that. But YTA for reacting the way you did. You could have been happy for her in the moment and addressed your completely valid concerns calmly and rationally at a later time. Now you need to do damage control just to get back to square one. And it's going to be far more difficult to address the topic going forward. YTA. Not for being concerned about the age difference, but for flipping out on your little sister when she announced the news. If you wanted to convince her to change her mind, well, you just threw up a brick wall between you two. Well, NTA for being upset. She is too young and he is too old for her. But you have to be careful not to alienate her. She's going to need you even more if she marries him. And he's not an old man. He's middle-aged. I'm in my 40s, and so if you think he's old, then that makes me over the hill. So I have to object to that. Open mouth smile. NTA. Someone needs to tell her that marrying a 39-year-old when you're 19 isn't okay. I mean, how old was she when she started the relationship? NTA. Honestly, I can't type what I would do. I don't want to end up on a watch list. What you should do, if you aren't the brick in a dark alley type of person, is be available. Be available to your sister. Spend as much time with her and him as possible. Do not let him isolate her. He knows you will hate this, and he will tell her. Your sister doesn't understand. She doesn't want you to be happy. She's jealous, etc. Be there all the time. When he speaks poorly to her, ask, does he talk to you like that often? Does he apologize? Quote, tell her you read that when couples attend premarital counseling they are more likely to have a long-lasting relationship, and ask if they've thought about it. Try to get them in front of a professional. Bottom line, be her safe place. This will be an exercise in patience and tolerance. Do not let him tell her he is the only one who cares about her. NTA. You did what you had to. NTA. Get your sister out of that relationship now. She is too young to be getting married. She will regret that in a few years, believe me.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.